time, and we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and our official website, BLUETTIpower.com. We will be live for the next 40-50 minutes or so, or the whole hour, depending on the crowd. And first things first, I want to acknowledge those of you guys who joined first. Let's see who was the first one today. What was the first comment today? Let's see. Okay, so it was Robert saying ready for BLUETTI. Robert, hello and welcome to the live stream. Robert is currently our #1 fan according to YouTube. And yeah, you can see the crown and one, right, Robert? Yeah, hello, this is not Slim One. Computer Pal says ready or not, here I come. Yeah, that's true. So hello and welcome to the live stream. Please invite your friends because the best things in life have to be shared. It's like watching a movie, right? Nobody wants to watch a movie on their own. You want to watch a movie with your friend. You want to make them, watch it. Like you were looking at your phone, you got to watch the movie with me, right? And then everybody leaves you because you are too controlling. So what are the giveaways? What are the giveaways today, Maggie? Giveaway number 1 is going to be BLUETTI bucks. Yeah. Okay, we are further inflating BLUETTI economy. So 1,000 BLUETTI bucks. Yeah. 2,000 BLUETTI bucks. For sure. 3,000 BLUETTI bucks. Yeah. Okay. All right. Right. Cool. Completely dedicated to the live stream. Right. Can you turn off the Google account requirement for the form, please? Sebastian, we cannot because of the insulting comments we got last time. Somebody was insulting us and, writing inappropriate names. So we had to turn it on, unfortunately. Okay, so hi everyone again. One more time, Andrew McKay on Facebook says, hi Tim. Hey Andrew, how's it going? Mark on Facebook. All right, guys, good to see you. Remember to give this live stream a like, okay? We have people who forget to give a like. I know you guys, you give a like. I know you guys, you will press the like button. Okay, wait, shouldn't Tim be BLUETTI's #1 fan? Ooh, okay. Yeah, I gave myself away. So now, according to the YouTube chat right here, Robert is now #1 fan. Brazil, Gleison from Brazil. Okay, welcome to the stream. All right, cool, guys. Now, fill out the form if you want to join the giveaway. It's not mandatory, so if you don't want to join the giveaway, it's fine. But if you do fill out the form, yes, we turned on the Google verification thing because somebody was writing inappropriate names, not only about us, but also about you guys. So that was really, kind of childish, to be honest, but yeah, we had to do it, and yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen today. Big giveaway tonight asks Luke. Look, no, we don't have any big giveaways. We have 1,000 BLUETTI bucks, 2,000 BLUETTI bucks, and 3,000 BLUETTI bucks giveaway. Real quick, for those who don't know, what are the BLUETTI bucks? BLUETTI bucks are basically BLUETTI points, and you can use them to get even more discounts when you purchase our power station solar panels, or even our merch. We're talking about t-shirts, shirts, hoodies, hats, tableware sets, fridge magnets, phone tripods, etc. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, yeah, one more time, don't forget to use the code BLUETTILIVE5 for extra 5% off. Believe it or not, many people don't know about this code, and we see you guys purchasing live. However, some of you don't use this code. So there is no reason not to use this code unless you can get a bigger deal elsewhere, right? Which is not the case, I think. The biggest you can get is 5%. So remember to use BLUETTILIVE5 at checkout. The code is here. So BLUETTILIVE5 at a checkout for extra 5% off on anything from BLUETTI. Okay. Mike says, almost missed, nice show. Well, you made it. So we are glad. They're just jealous they are not as cool as this community. Yeah, to be honest with you guys, it doesn't offend me because it's just like so childish. Like, I don't know, that person probably is a child, like literally. So it doesn't offend me. Don't worry about me. But yeah, I just want everyone to have fun. Maybe somebody will get easily offended. So yeah, we never, you know, it's like we didn't evolve for that. Like we're not prepared for that. It almost never happened before. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll take care of it. And don't worry about it, guys. Everybody will be safe here. I've been known to be childish, but not that childish. Yeah, James, you're right. Okay, Robert says, Maggie, item arrived. Thank you for the swap. Yeah, so awesome. No, everything is good. Okay, yeah. Maggie's like, who called my name? What's the problem? What's the problem? Don't wake me up with good news. Wake me up with bad news. Okay, so right. Okay, guys. Now, also, I have a very special announcement. We will have a guest on our live stream. Okay, and this guest is actually right now in the chat on YouTube as well. Okay, interestingly, who is this? So yeah, we'll have our special guest joining very soon, and very professionally, I have questions written down and Apple Notes here, and I'll be looking at them and pretending I'm not looking at them. Oh, I think I just gave it away. But regardless, guys, I hope we'll all have fun during this, you know, interview or just a call or just a meeting. I got the AC to Aces Not Slim one. I won here a couple of days ago. I love BLUETTI. Yeah, Not Slim one was also on our live stream previously, okay? And I think now it's time to join our call. Let me see if I can pull it off with the two laptops. Very complicated. One is for video. One is for audio. All right. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. It says, looks like something went wrong here. Don't worry. I'm pretty confident we're gonna make it. So let me see if I can join on my laptop once again. All right. Okay. Let's see some comments. Hi, Tim. Hi, Sherwin. Welcome to the live stream. Okay. Let me try changing some things a little bit so I can join. All right. And yeah. Okay. Join. By the way, guys, we are about to have a call right now, and yeah, we are live. And if you have any questions, please write them in the chat, and yeah, we'll definitely ask our special guest. So Maggie, bring in our special guest on the screen so everybody can see. Okay, there we go. Okay, now let me relocate a little bit. Okay, Antoine, aka Computer Pal, welcome to the live stream.
Thank you, Tim. Glad to be here.
Yeah, we are glad to have you here. You know, no one else would agree. I'm just kidding. Yeah, just starting out. I think you are our third guest. Is that right, Maggie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you securely. Excuse me, you secured number 3 on our podcast, which is not bad. In any way, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here. I always participate in your show, so glad to be on.
Yeah, right. Thank you so much. And I see many people here know you actually in the comments. They're saying, hey, Antoine. Yeah, guys. So, all right. My first question to Antoine is, what inspired you to get your first BLUETTI power station?
Well, I always wanted a portable power station just to be ready when power goes out. So, as I start looking at BLUETTI and looking at the different power stations, I like the features. Actually, my first power station was the EB3A.
Right.
And everybody who knows me from my live shows, I'm a little passionate about that one, maybe because it was my first one. But it's just so amazing to be able to have some power when the power goes out. So that's what really got me into it, just being ready to have some power.
Yeah, can you show the BLUETTI EB3A in the background?
Yeah, let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see here. I'm surrounded by
Yeah.
Blue Yetis here, but I have the AC2A here, which I'm actually using right now to power my studio light. So I'm going to set that one down. We don't want to mess that one up since I'm using it. But
Mm-hmm.
the EB3A, man, this is 600 watts of power. And one of the things I like about this unit is all of the features. One, you have your DC output here.
Right.
You have your three USB Cs here. You have two USB A, one USB C. And then one nice feature about this unit, it has a light on it. Actually, let me show you here. It has a light when you cut it on. And then if you push it again, it gets brighter. And then if you push it again, it functions as a SOS.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop there. Right here on the top, guys, it has a 15-watt wireless charger, which is really nice because that frees up some of these ports here. Like my tablet is chargeable wireless, my phone is chargeable wireless, so I don't have to use any of these ports.
Right.
And then it has two AC outputs
Yeah.
right here on the front, and then also the AC input is on the front.
Yeah.
So that's everything's on the front. So as you go around here, you see the nice holes in the side, the battery. Nothing's in the back, and you have this nice little handle here. And it's only like I think 10 pounds. How many pounds is this? 10, 14?
Yeah, it's under
so
it's
light.
under
Look
10
at that.
pounds.
I got these little puny arms. But yeah, this is the AC. The EB3A. Man, I just love this.
Yeah.
This was my first unit, and this is 600 watts. Now, I will be honest with you. I've been loving this AC2A as well.
Right.
I've been using this guy so much, and I had a little demo out we'll talk about later, but I've been using this just because it's so easy to take wherever you go. It's only 7 pounds. I mean, I grab it all the time and use it so much. I mean, it stays on my desk all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and we have some comments. Lee saying, I love my little EB3A. Yeah,
Yes.
people definitely share your feeling towards EB3 because, in a way, it's a feeling. In a way, sometimes we don't want to think about all the technology back, behind the closed lids. And so, which leads me to my next question. Has owning a BLUETTI power station or multiple BLUETTI power stations changed your lifestyle or habits in any way?
Oh my goodness, absolutely. Well, I'm in the USA and we're in the South, so we kind of get some weird weather sometimes. We get hurricanes and things that come through. We had one come through about 6 months ago, and I was working from home and the power goes out. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And I work from home, so if I don't work from home, I got to go to the office. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So here's what I did. I got my power stations. I actually had the EB3A, and I was actually using the other one that you don't even talk about anymore, the EB55. And I actually set those guys up, and I was able to use my cell phone as a hotspot, but I was able to charge my laptop for over 8 hours as I worked and my cell phone. So, I mean, if I did not have my Blue Yetis, I would have to drive into work, and I wasn't looking forward to that. So, see, that's the peace of mind that I'm talking about. And then also, but the good news, we were only out of power for 17 hours, which is really not that bad, to be honest. So I was able, during the nighttime, we were able to use the Blue Yetis to power the lamps. And my neighbor's like, how do you get light? Well, we got BLUETTI power stations here, and we are powering up. As a matter of fact, some of my neighbors have asked me about them.
Well, tell them to use the code BLUETTI Live 5 for extra 5% off.
BLUETTI Live 5, exactly.
Yes, for sure. You can build some, friendships with your neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah, by having a BLUETTI power station, inviting them over, and so definitely.
A a lot of our, I sent this out. A lot of people should be on. I hope they join us here. I see halftime Josh. I invited him in the chat there. Pretty cool. Oh, I see. Let's find out there. Okay, I see some people I'm inviting there.
For sure, yeah. Let's find out. Says this guy is spitting facts. Right. So, do you mind telling us where you are in the U.S.? Maybe we have some
Oh
people.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm actually in North Carolina.
Right.
That's the way you got to say it that way. North Carolina.
North Carolina.
That's the South.
Okay. Right. North Carolina, USA. Now, here's another question. What's the most extreme situation you've put your BLUETTI through?
Well, I thought that 17 hours was a good test there.
Well, you said it was
We actually have this big boy back here. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
The AC2L. We actually did a great product video with this one, where we took it out and we did some cooking, sweet potatoes outside with it. It was really nice. They turned out really good. We used our air fryer. We had a fan going. But man, this AC200L is a powerhouse. One of the things I like about this one is the expandability of it.
Yeah.
It's 2,400 watts, but you can, with the BK300, you can expand that up over 2,000 more watts there and really start building up. And that's what we were going to talk about. I don't know later about your plan for when the power goes out.
True. You can start off with one unit, AC200L as an example, and then you can connect extra batteries to it. Now, attention, some units are not expandable by nature. So if you want to get a lit 200 V2, for example, that one, you cannot connect extra batteries to it, right? So, but many of our units are expandable. Indeed, you can connect additional batteries. And with units like Apex 300 that we now are crowdfunding on Indiegogo, you can connect up to 8 batteries to each unit and 3 units in total. So, and the unit itself, the head unit, has the battery there already. So definitely enough for home power backup, because you can always add more batteries, right? Okay, let me quickly scan for some questions. Now, Luke says, just bought my first BLUETTI back on July 1st when they dropped the new 100 V2. Can't wait. Now, glad to hear that. So, okay, well, Antoine, I'm sure people around you, they want to get BLUETTI power stations as well, but maybe some of them have some concerns, they're not sure. So, do you encounter those concerns maybe on your live streams or, in real life? And what do you think people get wrong about it, or people get right about it? And what could we tell people who are considering getting their first power station?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I do encounter that on my live streams as well, because I don't know, many I stream here for Amazon a lot. But one of the questions is, a lot of people don't even know what a power station is.
Yeah.
Many of them think it generates power. So I really get that misconception corrected first. It's nothing more than a battery that's charged up and this, gives you the power. So you really have to make sure you understand that that's what it's for. So then, knowing that, you have to know that when that battery is depleted, how will it recharge when the power is out? So that's where we get to, solar panels and generators to actually recharge your portable power. And like you said, there are whole house solutions as well. But what I really always like to tell the people, Tim, is to step up. That's why, the AC2A is great. If you don't know anything about power stations, it's really good. Somebody is trying to call me here. I don't know why they're calling me here. But anyway, you can step up with different units with BLUETTI. And as you say, the expandability is the key. So that's kind of what I try.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny how sometimes I actually make people consider smaller power stations rather, I had people approaching us at when we are at CS or other shows, yeah, people just want to buy some power stations, something bigger than a power bank, but actually smaller than a power backup unit. So I say AC2A is very often enough. However, you have to think about the way to recharge it. So, Antoine, for you,
Right.
what is your go-to recharging method? And maybe you can tell us about a couple of them, depending on a scenario.
Yeah. 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 Obviously, it's the solar panel. You probably see it back here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll grab it. But basically, yeah, I use the solar panel. Now, the cool thing with it is, this solar panel is really nice. It's really big. It has a different angles that you can place it at. But this is my number one go-to. Now, to be honest, I'm looking for a generator to kind of go with this, and also get another solar panel as well, because you want to think about the rotation. I think you really need to have multiple solar panels, obviously, and then you need to have multiple BLUETTI devices so that you can rotate them out. But it all depends. You got to get a plan, and that's what it's all about. When you plan, everything goes well, and when you don't, it falls apart. But the number one is the solar panel.
Yeah, definitely. Solar panel is the way to go. I always try to preach that, because especially when you're outdoors, how are you going to recharge it? Now, some places now, even for camping, have wall outlets, but that's rather extreme. So solar panel, everyone, is the way to go. Now, Antoine, I think we'll do our first giveaway together, and then we'll continue with the call. So, Maggie, 1,000 BLUETTI giveaway. Are we ready for the first giveaway?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's bring the wheel of names on the screen, and let's see. Whoa, how many people do we have now
Now it's
joining the giveaway?
50 people.
50 people. 50 people here. Okay. 50 people on the wheel of names. Not bad at all. Let's do it, guys. Let's do a 10-second countdown. Antoine, do you want to do the 10-second countdown for us?
Yeah, we can. Ready?
Yeah, go.
10,
9,
9,
8, 7, 6,
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, nice. Now, Not Slim One, our previous guest, says Tim loves guests because he can talk much less. I know. I feel like I feel like I couldn't shut up when I was a guest. Anyway, yeah. Look, congratulations. Look, Bellman, congratulations. You got it. You got 1,000 BLUETTI. Okay, now we have one more round.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do another 10-second countdown. Antoine, can you do it on your own? It's all yours. Okay, yeah.
10,
Ready?
9, 8,
7,
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay. All right. Nice. Let's see who wins 1,000 BLUETTI. All right, and it's James Morrow, our old friend from Las Vegas, actually. James, congratulations. And actually, I saw a question to you, Antoine. So there was a question which goes something like, out of all the power stations you have, which one is your go-to power station? I think that was what the question is like.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I am falling in love with the Elite 200 V2, just because of the technology that's packed into it. It's a smaller version. is 2,600 watts of power, and it's lighter than the AC 200L. And I normally grab that one quicker. So that the Elite 200 V2 is probably my next one after the EV3A.
Right, right. Okay. Yeah, but I would say that it's highly contextual. It depends on your lifestyle, whether you want to power,
Right.
you know, whether you want to power your fridge or your desktop setup, or you take it out camping. So it depends, and I would say it's worth spending some time learning about the power station that you want
Right.
you want to use. So now there was one thing that comes to mind when we talk about BLUETTI, and that is how you can automate your backup. So you know how you can build systems that will be in place when the unexpected, quote unquote, happens. Because I call it unexpected, but we all expect it, right? Not necessarily anticipated, but the power outages and blackouts, either because of natural disasters like hurricanes, or because of something else. You know, we all experience them every once in a while. So, Antoine, do you have your setup in place, your backup plan, so to say?
Now, I do not. I do not have that. The only thing I do have in place is, as you can see behind me here, I have I have a mini PC set up here where I don't know, a lot of people know that you can use these BLUETTIs as uninterruptible power supply. So basically, I have, like mine set up here. I was going to cut it on and demo it here. But basically, whenever you have the power plugged into the unit, it's pulling the power from the grid.
Yep.
So then when you unplug it, it has like a 20 millisecond switch, and it doesn't even go down. So what I did to test it, I had the BLUETTI plugged into the wall outlet, and then had the computer on, and then I just unplugged it from the wall outlet, and it stays up. So that's one of the things that I really use it for as well.
Yeah, it's even better. It's even better than what I asked, because you can you can almost prevent the damage caused by the power outage to your productivity,
Right.
or as you said, you're working from home, and understandably you're not eager to go back to office. And obviously, if you can't guarantee having power at home, you got to go back to the office. And now with the power station, not only can you back it up during a power outage, but also you can guarantee that the work will be uninterrupted by a sudden blackout with our UPS feature, which is the uninterruptible power supply, right? So how it works is, normally you would plug your PC to a wall outlet, as it's all good, of course, and up until you lose power, right? Because your PC has no battery inside, it turns off. It needs constant power. Now, what you could do instead is you plug your PC into a power station. Now, that all is good,
Right.
up until your power station battery is depleted. So what you can do is you plug your power station into the wall outlet, right? So it bypasses power from the wall outlet. And then if a blackout happens, your computer now is taking power from the BLUETTI power station. Now, how fast is this switch? It's 0.02 seconds. So that's fast enough for like 99% of devices, safe to say. Is that how you have been using it?
Yes, exactly. Definitely.
Yeah.
And like I say, sometimes, the power does flip around here. So it's really nice. And you see stuff just goes off. Sometimes the power company just, I don't know, for some reason, just flips the power and everything resets. But,
Wow.
having your computer or your essential devices on a uninterruptible power supply is key. And BLUETTI allows you to do that.
Yeah, and Andrew actually is bringing up even a more essential use case, saying I love the UPS feature for having a peace of mind for my CPAP machine. That one is even more important than for your computer. Yeah, CPAP machine for sure. For sure. And my favorite part is that you don't have to choose between, having UPS or capacity or high output. It's very often all combined. So you use it as a UPS at night for your CPAP machine, or during the daytime for your computer, right? Also for your fridge and other essential devices that we take for granted, but we realize, are very fragile when a power outage comes. Right. So now let's see, Antoine. What piece of advice would you give to someone who is looking to get their power station, but is hesitant because they just don't know whether they need it or which one they need? What would you say?
Yeah, I think you said it best already. You kind of want to start small. That gets you introduced to the company. BLUETTI is a great company. So I'll be honest, I always recommend, it's a tough choice between the AC2A or the EB3A, because that's going to really get you into the portable power space. And then you're going to love it. You're going to keep saying, hey, I want to go higher and higher. And then what you're going to have to do is plan what you really want it for. And as you say, based on the application, you're going to choose different models. I mean, BLUETTI has a great suite of products that really will meet all your needs. As you said, portability, if you're going camping, or if you want the whole house solution, you're like, hey, that's expensive. But what we already talked about, you can step it up. Yeah. That's the cool thing about it. Just, hey, here's what I want, and then you'll start stepping up. But start small. You got to get into the game. Start small. And with these entry-level ones, they're at a great price, and you are going, trust me, you're going to keep stepping up. I'm almost up to 6 here.
Yes, true. We have some comments. Catherine saying, I bought an AC2A, learned a lot from the website and live streams, then got an AC180, then an Elite 200 V2. Yes, it's an addiction. But I'm finding it very useful to have UPS plus fridge plus freezer, etc. One thing I would like to add as a commentary is that I would say, we all want to back up our refrigerators, right? So something as small as AC2A won't cut it. So you have to go, you have to go for AC200L or Elite 200 V2. So something bigger. So it's really straightforward, right? If you want to power your fridge, get something slightly bigger. AC2A is too small; it won't cut it. But definitely keep exploring and building your setup. And I would also like to talk a little bit about the costs. The costs that are already involved. For example, when a power outage comes, let me have some water. When a power outage comes and your fridge can be run normally, right? What are you doing there? You're wasting food, right? You're throwing food away, and you're wasting food, you're wasting money. Obviously, you can't work normally, right? So your clients are waiting, or your boss is waiting, or both. So, Antoine, for you, what was the life like before the power stations?
Oh, well, obviously miserable. You're sitting in the dark. Like you said, I would have to go to the office, which is 30 minutes away. Yeah. I really wasn't looking forward to that. And also that day it was raining really bad.
Oh no.
So life before BLUETTI, it was tough. I mean, you're just gonna have to, you have no power. And let me tell you, we were out of power for 17 hours. We had the BLUETTI power station. It was comfortable, but man, when everything's not working, I didn't have the whole power, the whole home solution. So there was a little discomfort. I'm not gonna say, but BLUETTI made it much better, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. So You know, for many people don't know about these solutions. It's time to learn about them. There is a better way
Yeah.
to back up your, you know, everything, your refrigerator, at least, you know, let's start from the essentials, than gas generators. Gas generators like were necessary, but now they're really not. Having a power station is a much more pleasant experience. I think no one would argue with that. You can run them indoors, right? Unlike gas generators. So no fumes, no. Like I'm gonna be honest. I have this laptop, and not this one. This is a good one. I have another one, and that laptop is like noisier than a power station. Like it, you know, the fans in that laptop are like. So they're extremely quiet. Now, obviously, when you run, you know, high loads, you will hear the fan spinning, but it's nothing crazy, right? I'm sure you would agree with that, or would you disagree with that, Antoine?
No, I agree with you, and that's one of the things I've been really amazed at how quiet they are. Now, as you know that whenever you're charging these units, one thing I like to note is you have at least about 3 different power modes here.
Yeah.
So normally if you get like the turbo, the standard, I forget what the other ones are, but
Yeah.
it charges up
Eco
based
mode.
on those different modes there. So, but it's very quiet.
Yeah, true. That's something that I think where BLUETTI outperforms. It's unexpectedly quiet because I think many people would tolerate some sound, right? Some fan noise, but it's surprisingly quiet. Okay, well, we are reaching our next giveaway. I don't think we'll keep Antoine here longer, okay? Because it's 9:38 p.m. there, right? So yeah, time to wind down and prepare for the next day. And yeah, Antoine, what would you want to say to somebody? Again, I probably already touched on this question, but maybe something at the end. What would you say to someone who's looking to explore power stations, BLUETTI power stations?
I'll just say BLUETTI is a great company, guys. It's backed by a great warranty. As I even did research in comparing the different power stations, because let's be honest, there's other solutions out here. But I've been with BLUETTI for about 3 or 4 years now and have been very pleased with it. I know when I first got one of my stations, I didn't know how to work it well. I had to call support, and I was really amazed that they got back with me and got great support. You're going to want to get a company that stands by their product, and they have a great warranty. But as we already covered, guys, just get into the game, start small, and as someone put in the comment, you'll start getting more because it is an obsession.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I want to cover this, I want to cover this. Get your plan together to eventually get to a whole house solution, and also having those units charged back up and ready to go for a couple of days. So it's been a pleasure to be here, Tim. I want to thank you and BLUETTI for the invite.
No problem, and you're welcome. And thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it. I hope we'll keep inviting great people to the show, and maybe we'll even do round 2. How about that?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one.
Yes, guys, go check out Computer Pal on Amazon. Right, that's where Antoine and his passionate team are live streaming. They're also active on YouTube and other social media. We actually added the link in the description to this live stream where you can find Antoine's YouTube channel and other social media accounts. So yeah.
On our live subscription.
Thank you once again, Antoine, and I hope to see you again. Okay.
No problem. You guys have a great one.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, so that was Antoine Speller, aka Computer Pal. Go check them out on Amazon after this live stream. Nobody's leaving now, okay? Yeah. Now, I do realize, guys, that I failed to read some of your comments. I'm sorry because the comments were moving too fast. So if you have some questions that were unanswered, please post them again. Very excited for this Friday's product reveal. I wonder what it could be. Yeah, what is this Friday's product reveal? I don't know. Okay, it's so important to understand what is a need versus what is a want, or like when it comes to power needs. Some of these BLUETTI products are quite expensive. Make sure you know what you need. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Antoine. Guys, and it's time for our second giveaway, okay? Please join the wheel. If you have filled out the form already, that's great. If you haven't, fill out the form, please. If you have already, you don't have to do it again. Okay, huge product news. Yeah, right. Hey, Tim, when do those Elite 100 start shipping? I'm getting... And Maggie, when does Elite 100 start shipping? Is it at the end of this month or?
Yeah.
It's at the end of July, right?
Yeah.
So it's very soon, at the end of July. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. We're a big company, so you'll definitely get it shipped. This Friday's product reveal is the AC10 40,000. No, it's not. Okay, so it's time for our next giveaway, guys. Let's get right into it with a 10-second countdown. We're giving it 2,000 BLUETTI bucks. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay. Let's see who wins. Let's see who wins 2,000 BLUETTI bucks. All right. 92 people on the wheel, my guess. Robert. How many people on the wheel, by the way? VGE. Congratulations, VG. You got 2,000 BLUETTI bucks. How many people do we have on the wheel of names, Maggie? 68? Wow, not the money. You're very close. It's 68. Okay, VGE, congratulations. Now we have one more 2,000 BLUETTI bucks winner. Hold on. Mark says, my name is missing. Is it? Let's see if Mark... Okay, Mark, it's on the wheel. Don't worry. All right, cool. Let's do it again after 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, let's go for it. Let's see who wins. And we have our, oops, now Lee says, my name is missing. Please, Maggie, please check it on Facebook. Last comment on Facebook. Choose him. Congratulations. Choose him. You won 2,000 BLUETTI bucks. Okay. Now, Maggie, if Lee's name was missing, please add that name multiple times, okay, to compensate for that. You get the logic, right? Okay, so dear winners, remember to email us to livestream@bluetti.com, okay? Livestream@bluetti.com, and send us your BLUETTI's account. If you don't have one, you can go register one, or if you don't know how to, excuse me, just email us and we'll tell you how to register your BLUETTI account for free, so you can start gathering those BLUETTI bucks at some place, right? It has to be your BLUETTI account. So once again, congratulations to the winners. We have one more round. One more round. We have one more round to go, okay? In 5 minutes, that's right. And now let's talk a little bit about our products, because we haven't yet talked about them. All right, let's take a look at our newest Elite 100 V2, our newest BLUETTI portable power station. And make no mistake, guys, that one is really different from what we had before. And to prove this point to you guys, I actually I brought an earlier model, which is called AC70, and when it is rather, slightly earlier, not like the earliest model, but it's an earlier model. So let's compare them real quick, okay? Let's zoom in and let's see what the difference is. So we have two very similar units, right? Some of you could even say those are the same units, right? They are not the same units, but they're very similar in size. Very similar in size. We can see one of them is slightly bigger, but it's nothing significant. So this is the AC70, okay? This is the AC70, and this is the Elite 100 V2, okay? And they're the same size, right? But what is the difference? Well, let's take a look at the AC70, an earlier model. Battery capacity. How much battery do we have there? Well, we have 768 watt hours of battery capacity. The more the better, right? 768 watt hours. How about here? Well, 1024 watt hours, right? So 768, 1024, okay? Number two, we have two wall outlets right here, right? Yeah. We have 4 wall outlets here. So 2 versus 4. And not only do we have double the amount of wall outlets, but also here it's 1000 watts, right? We can also see it better here, 1000 watts. Here it's 1800 watts, right? 1800 watts. So by far, Elite 100 V2 is winning the competition. Now, one more thing is, AC70 has two USB-C ports, both of them at 100 watts, and Elite 100 V2 has two USB-C ports, but one of them is at 140 watts, and the other is 100 watts. So we have a 140 watt USB-C port. We also have two USB-A ports, and two more USB-A ports here. Here there are 12 watts, and let me see, how much do we have here? 15. So 15 watts versus 12 watts. Now, we have more. Look, on AC70 right here, we have this 12-volt NAM cars power socket, same as on Elite 100 V2, same. However, here we also have two DC 5521 barrel ports, right? And yeah, we don't have them on the AC70. Now, one more thing is the solar input here is 500 watts, while here it's 1000 watts. So it's double of the solar input, right? 1000 watts. So yeah, this is same size, but very different capabilities. Nice. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk about AC70 and Elite 100 V2. Guys, I also want to tell you breaking news that the code BLUETTI 5 for extra 5% off is available in the USA, Canada, and Australia. So please use this code. Again, USA, Canada, and Australia. You guys can use this code for extra 5% off. Mike says, I personally like the flat face of the A70 more, but that's just personal preference. Yeah, right. But obviously, Elite V2 is, taking all the points, and no wonder because these are later models, so we are able to put the best stack in it. Right. Do I need to fill up multiple times for more chances? No, Joseph. No. In fact, please only fill the form out once. Okay. We'll remove multiple entries. It's not a TED Talk, it's a TEM Talk. Yeah, it's different. It's its own genre now, isn't it? Guys, please give this live stream a like. We have 45 concurrent viewers, but we only have 25 likes, so the math isn't mathing. So please give this live stream a like, okay? Now, we have some people from Australia here too. That's awesome. Yeah. All right, guys, and now it's time for our final giveaway. And by the way, if you want to check the products, it's BLUETTIpower.com, and you will find the best deals there. Remember to use the code BLUETTILIFE5 at a checkout for extra 5% off on everything. Okay, now it's time for the final giveaway. Wow, how many people do we have on the wheel? 80. Awesome. Okay, let's go for it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, let's go for it. Jennifer Lou! Congratulations! Yay! Jennifer Lou, congratulations! You got it. You got 3,000 bloody bucks. Okay, wow, that's wild. All right, we have one more round though, so get ready for another round, the final round for a day. Oh, the next live is going to be this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Amazon. Okay?
Yes.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's see who wins. Highlander! Congratulations! Highlander! You just won 3,000 BLUETTI bucks. Whoa! Okay. Guys, dear winners, remember to email us to livestream@bluetti.com and send us your BLUETTI accounts emails so we can deposit the BLUETTI bucks to your account. If you don't have an account yet, you can register one, or if you don't know how, no worries. Simply email us and we'll guide you through the process, okay? Right now, guys, the call to action is go to bluettipower.com and check out our website. It's a cool website. Check it out. It's pretty cool. You'll find many things there. One thing you won't find is the code. Use it. I'll see you guys this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Amazon, BLUETTI Amazon. Take care, and thank you for choosing BLUETTI. Bye-bye!